Alright, everyone, welcome. You're probably wondering why I asked you all here today.
Duh, you called every single one of us here, which never happens. So what's going on?
I'm getting to that. I just wanted to be kind and welcome everyone first.
Yeah, Okawa, shut it.
You little...
No fighting, please. It was difficult enough to get you all in the same room.
You can say that again.
Look, I know we don't all know each other or even like each other, but this is really important, so please just listen and behave.
You know, sometimes I forget how threatening he can be.
So today's meeting is quite simple, but it has a much bigger impact than you think, which we will discuss later.
Why later? Just say...
Ow! Shush. Thank you, Mikey. Now, as I was saying, today we'll be finding out who is LB's favorite cosplay. This is always very difficult to decide, which is why LB has such a big problem trying to figure out who it is. So today, we're gonna take over. We're just gonna talk it over and figure out who we think is LB's favorite cosplay.
It's me! Oh god, here we go.
This is going to get really interesting.
Ooh, a competition? Now this is what I came here for.
The obvious choice is me. Are you kidding? The obvious choice is me. I've been here longer than any of you. That doesn't prove anything. I'm from his recent fixation. So am I, and I am his newest cosplay. But you just got here. That's not fair. And no way that's right.
I actually got to see but I have done it.
I've done it. And I think maybe we should and maybe I should try and I have definitely been around people. I have changed over time. We need to learn to change. I'm not changing his favorite character. I cannot say it. Guys, get that through your head, guys.
Now you've done it. Right when it was getting interesting.
Sorry.
If you would let me finish, we're going to talk it out. Somehow I knew it was going to be between you four. And instead of just yelling and fighting, because that's going to get us nowhere.
I mean...
Mikey, not right now. Since that's going to get us nowhere, and that is not how I want to run this, you all have a couple minutes to convince all of us why you think you should be LB's favorite cosplay.
Shouldn't you get the chance to do that as well? I mean, you've been here for so long. That has to count for something.
I already know I'm not his favorite right now. Sure, when he first got me, and whenever he cosplays me, but not right at this moment. And either way, he's already picked me.
Picked you for what?
Don't worry about it.
Mafio, what aren't you telling?
Later, guys. Please. I promise I will explain it to you all later.
Do we have to make a slideshow or something? Cause I'm not the best at that kind of stuff. Really? You? Aren't you like the artist in this group? Yes, actually, because while yes, I am probably the most autistic one here, I can't really put information into a slideshow and make it make sense. Presentations themselves are not really my thing. Speak for yourself. I already have one prepared. Of course you do.
How do you... Perfect then. Varian will go first. And no, you don't need a slideshow. But if you do have one like Varian, feel free to use it.
Who would have something like that already prepared?
Alright, so obviously I haven't been around as long as Ricky, but I still have accomplished a great deal of stuff since my time here. So, here are some things I've compiled to explain why I should be LB's favorite cosplay. Number 1, I have the most outfits for me out of any of you. I have at least 4, 5 if you count this one, but technically it's just a different variation of this one, just without the cape. So we're gonna say 4. I have been to 2 out of the 3 cons he's been to. He didn't take me to this year's con, but it's fine. But I have been in both those convention vlogs, and as you can see, the views have done decently well when it is me. I blew up his new TikTok account. I was the reason he started growing, or one of the big reasons. Even now, every time he posts me, even if it's a draft, those videos do significantly well. I'm in 6 videos on his channel, plus the 2 con vlogs I mentioned before. And the coolest one, I think, is the first costume he ever made for a cosplay was for me, the vest, obviously. And the coolest prop he has made to date was also because of me, the staff as seen here. So, because of all these reasons, and probably anything else I can say, I'm just really bad at words and thinking of things on the spot, which is why I made this, just in case, because you never know. Anyway, because of all of that, which I'm not saying you guys don't deserve this, but I'm just saying if you had to pick anyone, I feel like I have the most evidence to back up for why I should be LB's favorite cosplay. Thank you.
Thank you, Varian. That was very informative.
Psst. How long have you had that ready?
A while.
Why?
Always gotta be prepared.
Be nice.
So who wants to go?
Me. I call next.
Shaka.
At least he's getting the chance to prove his point.
Now, I don't have a slideshow like Varian, or even as many accomplishments as he does. But I still have some. And in the end, I believe we should focus more on how we make LB feel and what we've done for him personally rather than what we've accomplished. But if that's what you care about, here are some things I've done that I can remember. 1. I'm his most advanced wig, and the wig he is still proud of to this day. 2. I went to his very first con with him, where I was recognized a lot, and where I gave him the confidence to go to his very first panel and even ask a question. 3. He goes out in public and me the most. And 4. I was the very first cosplay he bought and wore after he moved. But please correct me if I'm wrong.
Looks correct to me.
Okay, great. I think that's everything. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It should not matter what I have or have not done. It more should matter about how I've made LB better. Every single one of us, LB has fixated on the media we're in, which is why he cosplays us. But my show, Skate Infinity, did so much for him. He fell in love with skateboarding again and started doing it more. I was the first character he related to after so long. He saw that other people, fictional characters even, are just like him and go through the same struggles. I helped him through his tennis matches. I helped grow his confidence. I helped him realize that even if he is second best, he will prove himself one day. The reason he cosplays me so much in public is because he's confident in me. I built up that confidence. I built him up. I helped him become a better person. And I did that on my own for so long. But look at him now. All of us deserve to be his favorites. I'm not saying none of you deserve to get this chance either, because every single one of you do. We've all helped LB in some way. But for once in my life, I'm advocating for myself and saying that, for once, I deserve to be the first choice. I deserve to be his favorite because of everything I just said. Yes, I might not have as much as Varian, but before Varian, I was here, and I helped him. And if that doesn't count for at least something, then I don't know what does. Thank you.
That was a very nice speech, Ricky, and I can agree with everything you said. I've been here since you got here, so I can vouch that you're absolutely right.
I second that, as someone who has been here as long as Yamaguchi.
Agreed. It was a very powerful and compelling speech. I think you won some people over.
Hey, hold on. At least give me and Nico a chance. We haven't even gone yet.
Yeah, we know. We're getting there.
You two do have some pretty high expectations, though. It's gonna be extremely hard to top that. Guys, give them a chance. We don't know what they have in mind. Exactly. Do you have anything better than that?
Just sound confident and like you know what you're talking about. You know, pulling the heartstrings.
Right, yeah, I can do that.
You two done scheming over there?
We're not scheming, we're discussing. That's not much better. Just proves you're scared. I'm not scared.
Yeah, definitely not.
All right, settle down. Percy, you're up.
Right, so, Alright, so I might not have as many big accomplishments or whatever like Varian, or even a big emotional speech like Ricky, but I blame the fact that I haven't been here super long. I am the newest one here. I've only been here since like October, so compared to the rest of you guys, I'm like a newborn.
Going the human route. That will definitely help someone like him.
But excusing that, I have always been there for LB. Even if it wasn't as strong or as prominent as the rest of you guys, I have always been there for him. He first read me when he was 12, maybe even younger. I honestly can't remember. I got him into Greek mythology. I was his first fictional crush, and the first character he got gender envy from, even if he didn't know what that was until later. Nonetheless, subconsciously, I have always been here. I have always been here for him. I have always been that final small push he needed to try something new that was nerve-wracking but turned out great in the end. And if we want to talk about recent, Percy Jackson as a whole franchise has been a fixation for him for I think over a year at this point. Even if it's quieter at sometimes, it is always there. Like last year at his birthday party, one of the themes of his party was Percy Jackson, which is why one of his friends made him this, which made him like squeal, like actually squeal, like in public.
Don't remind us.
I thought it was kind of sweet. Showed how much he cared about this gift from his friend.
I mean, it was also because...
No. Not going there. Percy, please continue.
Right, so, to finish this off, I've been here longer than any of you. Even if I wasn't, like, physically here. But I've seen him grow up. And I would like to believe I had some major help with that process. And look, I know I'm new right now. So obviously I'm gonna be his favorite just because I am new. But even besides that, I've always been there for him. And I know that might not be a super strong argument, but it's something, and I hope it helps my case in some way. And I know I'm not the best with words, but I still hope I was able to persuade you guys in some way, because truthfully, without me, he wouldn't be who he is today. Thank you.
You think that worked?
You want me to be honest?
You know what? I think I'm good. It's my choice.
Thank you, Percy. I understand that might have been a little difficult because of how new you are, but I do appreciate it. And what you say does look to be true. I don't have an exact age here, but LB did first hear about Percy Jackson and start reading it around 12 years old.
Sounds like a strong argument to me. I mean, he was a part of LB's childhood. That's a huge thing we should take into consideration.
Yes, exactly what I was trying to say.
All right. Percy had his time. No more.
Thank you, Yurio.
Shut up.
What? I complimented.
Okay, last one. Nico? Alright, so I'm not going to repeat what Percy said because, yeah, that can apply with me too. I've been here with him since he was a kid, and I've really got to see him grow up over the years. And even now, me and Percy, I guess, are still helping him grow and become a better person. For example, I think I'm one of the biggest reasons he's been confident enough to label himself as gay. Yeah, alright, so there's that. And also, Percy Jackson has really helped heal him and his little brother's relationship. They have never been closer. This franchise has made LB want to be a better older brother and heal this relationship between him and his little brother. And that's what's been happening. They talk all the time, or at least more than they did before. Sure, it's mostly about Percy Jackson, but at least they're talking.
They watch the show together. They make food for the show together. And they hang out outside of anything Percy Jackson related. Their relationship has never been better until now, and LB has never been happier. And that's all because of Percy Jackson. So I think that is a pretty strong argument for how important both me and Percy are to LB. Now to finish this off, here are some other things I've accomplished, I guess. Since I've been introduced to any of his social medias, his TikTok page has been growing rapidly and blowing up. Maybe not as much as Varian, but pretty close. I think I've been featured on 4 videos on his YouTube channel at this point, one of those being his convention vlogs last year, where he purposely chose me to be in the vlog that happened on his birthday. And I was the inspiration for his junior prom suit last year. He wanted a Nico D'Angelo inspired prom suit, and that's what he did. He sewed spider webs on the suit and bought specific jewelry down to the skull ring I wear that wasn't even part of the original ring set he bought. So yes, that prom may not have the best memories, but that suit makes it a little bit better. And he wants to do another Percy Jackson inspired suit this year. Not by me, obviously, but by the original trio. A blue suit for Percy, a little fern pin for Grover, and painting his nails silver and or gray for Annabeth. So overall, Percy Jackson was and still is a huge part of his life. It has shaped him to who he is today and continues to help him become a better person and find that escape he needs from the world. So I believe no matter if you choose me or Percy to be his favorite cosplay, at the end of the day, you are choosing both of us because of how big of an impact Percy Jackson had and still does have on him today. So if you choose one of us, you choose both of us.
You really think that?
Yeah.
Nico.
Don't make me take it back.
Thank you, Nico. I'm very proud of you. And now that everyone has had a chance to speak, I think we can get to voting. Actually, before that, can we know why we're doing this now? After voting. Why not before? I think it would be pretty important to know why we're doing this. Like I said, after. But what if the context can help us pick? What if we choose the wrong choice based on the given context? Did you think about that?
Mikey, maybe you shouldn't.
You know what? Yeah, we should know what's going on before we vote.
Eddie,
I'm just saying what we're all thinking.
but we need to respect Mafio. He's the one in charge.
Since when? Just because he's been around longer than all of us?
Yes, actually, he's the most trusted.
Oh, please. He's too quiet to stand up for anything, and he's the reason LB's love life is the way it is.
Dude.
Not cool, Kawa.
So what? I'm saying the truth. He's the reason LB's love life and how he handles it is so messed up. What if that's the reason he isn't telling us what's going on? Because he knows this is only gonna mess it up even more.
All right, that's enough. You have no right to say that to him.
Why? Because you guys had one video together, which automatically makes you best friends, which means you can just ignore what he's done to LB.
Like you've done anything better, Mr. Egotistical Second Best.
How dare you? I knew I had a problem with you. No,
You have a problem with me? Oh, I have a problem with you. You think you're
barely
just so
cosplay.
better
Like,
than everyone else. I didn't think you could take over Mafia. Did you really just say that you couldn't even No, because that is so stupid. Just because he's been around longer does not mean he's automatically given authority. Why do you think that happened to Augustine? That makes no sense. It just
That's enough.
What is wrong with all of you? We came here to help out Mafio and LB, not to make it worse by fighting like children. First, you disrespect the person who's been here the longest and has outlasted all the cosplays before him. You know how damaging that is to see so many cosplays get retired just because their time is up? You know how scary that must be to think you might be the next one to be retired? You know how much pressure he's under because he's had to take on a big leadership role like this and take care of you bunch who act like literal children. And secondly, you call out something that he is aware of and has actively been improving and working on for years. You are all major hypocrites. All of us have problems, none of which have helped LB out in the slightest. And this is coming from the reinformed villain. What I'm trying to say is every single one of us has problems, none of which has helped ourselves or LB at all. But we've learned how to overcome those problems, how to learn from them, which has helped us learn how to help LB with those same problems, so he can be better than us, so he can be a better person. None of us are perfect, and none of us should expect anyone else to be perfect. If he has a good reason not to tell us, then we should trust him. Did you all just forget everything we just said? All of us have helped LB in some way, even Mafio. The reason he cosplays us is because he relates to all of us, our problems and all. But our job is to make sure he doesn't repeat the same mistakes that we have, that he doesn't have the same problems that we have. And yes, there were gonna be mistakes in that process. All of us are gonna mess up at some point, but that's okay because nobody is perfect. We are human, LB is human, and as long as we continue to fix our own problems, so that way LB doesn't make the same mistakes that we have, doesn't have the same problems that we have, and continues to become a better person, then that should be enough. I might be new here, but I still see how hard Mafio works. I see how important he is for both LB and all of us. We have no right to shame or negatively critique him. Sure, when he asks for help or when he asks for positive critiques, but not when he hasn't asked for it. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. Mafio, you are an amazing leader. You've made mistakes, yes, but you've been great at fixing them and helping LB become a better person in the process. I haven't known you for long, but I've seen all your hard work. From one leader to another, you're doing a great job. Now, everyone, apologize.
I am so sorry, Mafio. That was incredibly out of line of me. I am so sorry.
I'm sorry too. I should trust your judgment, because it's clearly working.
I'm sorry as well.
And Okawa, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have yelled at you like that. I'm really, really sorry, Okawa.
It's alright. I was being a little dumb.
Aren't you always? Thank you, all of you. But you were right about one thing. I should tell you about why we're doing this, because it may or may not impact who you vote for. Wait, Mafia, you don't need to. I know, Mikey, but you're right. Like I said before, the issue this is around might affect how you vote, and if you vote wrong, might affect the issue as a whole. So, I'm ready to share. I'm just going to cut to the chase. Whoever wins this vote will secure a spot to go to college with LB.
What?